What's up guys, this is Joey
And Miguel.
and it's another month, which means it's time for another episode of
Ask YugaTech. So you know how this thing goes. Follow us on our Facebook page and watch out for that Ask YugaTech post every month and ask your questions over there.
Later, we're also going to be announcing the 10 giveaway winners from last episode, so please stay tuned for that at the end of the video. Okay, so our first question comes from Michael Chen. Why do old iPhones become significantly slower over time? Yeah, I think you want to take this?
Yep. So 2 years ago, around the time iOS 11.2 came out, iPhone started to shut down.
Yeah.
Like, just boom, we're gone. You know, I'm dead. It was revealed that Apple would start to slow down their older generation iPhone because they said that those older generation batteries couldn't keep up with the software. In other words, older iPhones tried to consume more power than their older batteries could handle.
Yeah.
Which is why they found out, or I think a Reddit user found out, that all he had to do was change his battery out for a new one and then his iPhone started working Gucci again.
Yeah. Yeah, so Apple started offering replacements at, I think it was $29, or here in the Philippines would be $15. Yeah, so long story short,
Apple just wants to take your money.
so long story short, your iPhone wants to perform at a certain level, but it's drawing too much power from the battery. So what the software does is it downclocks the CPU so that you can maintain a good battery life, but at the sacrifice of performance. So that is why your old iPhone basically feels slower.
So at the end of the day, if you want that speed, maybe you should consider replacing your battery.
Yeah.
But then, you know, if your phone just starts to shut down, that's not on us. Next question. Azel Cuarentas Antonio asks, would you recommend buying a Google Pixel phone?
Okay, so I've been a Google Pixel user since 2017. I had the Pixel 2, it broke, now I have the Pixel 3. And for me, it's a yes and a no. Mostly no.
Because?
Ask me why. Ask me why.
I just... Why? Why, Joey? Why?
Yes, I recommend it because even if we have like the Mate 20 Pro, the S10 Plus, all these like beast camera phones, I'm still gonna say that the Pixel 3 has the best smartphone camera.
Okay.
I don't need to defend myself. That's just the truth. But the design, I think, is boring compared to other competitors in the market in terms of aesthetics and features. A lot better looking and better functioning phones can be had. Also with the software, they say Google Pixel phones are the best because you always get the latest and greatest Android updates.
Yeah.
But what you don't consider is that you're always first, which means you have a responsibility. You may always be first, but that means you have the burden of dealing with all the bugs.
Yeah.
So whenever there's a new Android update, there are bugs. As a Pixel user, you're the first one to find out. And at a certain level, I don't think a lot of people would have the patience for that, as well as the lackluster design, just for the good camera.
So it's more like get a Pixel phone if...
Get a Pixel phone if you're after the camera. Everything else, software, design, display, battery sucks.
Really?
Yeah. Everything else, Pixel doesn't cut it. Maybe the Pixel 4 will change that, but after 2 years, Pixel 2 and Pixel 3, the only good thing I can say about it is the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's a yes and a no. Next question from Kenny Perez. When are you going to make more What's in My Tech Bag videos? We love them. Well, we missed February, but we're trying to do them every month. So sometime within this month and every month until the end of the year, we should be able to feature every team member.
Yep.
So stay tuned for that.
Next question. This comes from Hans.
Hans or Hans?
Gregory Yu, headphones or earphones? Also, what brand would you recommend for an average user?
Okay, it's time to sit back and let the audiophile speak.
Well, Mr. Average User, and I wouldn't consider myself an audiophile because, you know, for me, I recommend something, then all the real audiophiles in the comment section are like, fake! I don't know. But anyway, here in the Philippines, average user, I used to be an average user. I still think I'm an average user. But yeah, JBL. It's your safest bet. They're known for what else but sound, right?
Yeah. It's a reputable brand name.
Mm-hmm. Now, to answer your question fully,
yeah, headphones or earphones.
I think it comes down to preference, really.
Yeah.
I mean,
each one has their own advantages.
Yeah.
You get a fuller sound stage with over-the-ear headphones. You get better noise cancelling benefits
from headphones. Okay, here's the thing. First, you gotta figure out what you're gonna want to use them for. If it's for everyday use, then that's up to you. Headphones, earphones. If headphones or earphones are fine, but if I'm going to the gym, do I want to be wearing headphones? Actually, I kind of do, but I don't want to have to go through the trouble of like, shit, this thing is gonna. Oh fuck. This thing is gonna start to stink after how many uses in the gym, which is why I prefer using earphones in the gym. But honestly, if I had the unlimited funds, I would just use headphones because I kind of feel like I found a better place with headphones.
Yeah.
And earphones don't get me as excited as much anymore. But battery? So yeah, I don't want to have to deal with having to wash my headphones after how many uses in the gym, which is why I prefer using earphones in the gym, because it's just so much easier. If you're worried about that stank, maybe you should opt for earphones. But then begs the question, should it be wired or wireless? And now we're in 2019 where for flagships, I think only Samsung has the headphone jack, even OnePlus ditched theirs.
Does LG still have the headphone jack?
Who buys LG phones though? I mean, small number.
But yeah, to recap, headphones or earphones, it's a lifestyle choice.
Yeah, but for me, like just for me,
yeah,
I'd rather pick up a pair of headphones, honestly.
Yeah.
But you know, I do understand the value of earphones too. So anyway, here's three.
Let's elaborate.
Oh.
Lifestyle. If you're planning to try to become an audiophile, definitely headphones.
Yeah.
If you're a PC gamer, headphones. If you're planning to, or if your job requires you to travel a lot on airplanes, headphones. If you work out a lot, if you commute a lot, earphones.
Yeah.
So it's a lifestyle choice. But for recommendations for an average user, do you have some?
Yeah. From JBL, like I said earlier, we got it. Links will be in the description down below. But first up is the JBL T450 BT. It's a wireless Bluetooth headphones from JBL. You know, check him out. Maybe you'd like him.
I see that pair of headphones being included a lot as a freebie with some like TVs and appliance stores, and I've tried them.
They're not bad.
They're not bad.
Yeah.
Like average user, not bad at all.
And all of these products I'm mentioning are like below 5K, even less than 4K probably.
Yeah.
So yeah, for earphones, try checking out the JBL T290. It's the more updated version of the T190. But there is a BT earphone, a Bluetooth earphone, wireless earphones, which is the T110 Bluetooth. There's also a T110 that's wired, but I'd rather just get the T290 because it's newer, so sound stage will be clearer and everything.
Next question from Dekena Archie. Do you think mobile gaming will be more significant than PC gaming in the future? So much so that developers will focus more on mobile rather than PC or console. So this is two questions. The first question, do you think mobile gaming will be more significant than PC gaming in the future? Well, in the present, it already is.
Yep.
So you compare the number of people who even own gaming PCs and the number of people in the world that own smartphones, right?
Obviously, everybody has a smartphone.
Almost everybody has a smartphone,
Yeah.
which means statistically, there is a larger number of mobile gamers than PC gamers. Yeah. But as for the question of whether developers will focus more on mobile games rather than PC or console games, it's a more complicated question, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Were we gonna do the Mac?
Von's quick opinion. Von! As for the second part of the question, whether developers will focus more on mobile rather than PC or console, with the big, OG developers like think Blizzard, Activision, big names.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna shy away from their PC and console titles or IPs, but imagine like Blizzard, for example. On the right side, they have their big titles. They have Warcraft, Overwatch, Diablo, but they're starting on mobile. They have Diablo Mobile coming out.
Yeah.
So if that gets popular, it could be like the console and PC IPs remain the same, but the mobile effort goes up. I don't think it's gonna be like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, aside from the big developers, whether there's a possibility of them switching their efforts over to mobile, I don't necessarily think that's gonna be a thing, but you might see a lot more smaller developers rise up who are purely mobile. Because it's much easier to develop for the mobile platform rather than PC or console. Because with a PC or console game, there's a much bigger budget. You need to make more assets. You need to make there's a lot more moving parts.
Honestly, if fucking Tekken Mobile was just like normal Tekken on the console, I think that would have been money. Next question from John Henry Dodilio Uraka. Will Apple stick to their mantra of simplicity is the ultimate sophistication and will not make a foldable iPhone? Well, first of all, patents for the foldable iPhone or foldable phone from Apple came out the other week.
Yeah. But wait, that's not even their mantra.
Yeah, that isn't their mantra though. Didn't Steve Jobs say
think different?
Yeah.
Yeah. Their mantra is think different, by the way.
Yeah. And I think thinking different, creating their own version of a foldable phone isn't thinking differently.
Yeah. I think the future for Apple is software enabled by hardware.
Yep.
What I'm getting at is, I think their future is Macs powered by ARM processors.
Keep talking. I'll try to dumb it down later.
Yeah, why does this matter? Because if Macs were running on ARM processors, it means that the iPhone, the iPad, MacBooks, iMacs could all be running the same apps. So yeah, so for the Mac, you have iMovie. iMovie is available on iPad and iPhone.
Yeah.
But if you want to edit with Final Cut, that's only available on Mac. What else? You got the Adobe software, Mac, iPad, iPad Pro, iPhone. So yeah.
What? What she said just made no sense. What do you mean Adobe software and then Mac?
From the last...
To recap what Joey said. What? To recap what he said, or at least how I understand it, is if MacBook, as in MacBook running Mac OS, started using their own chips instead of Intel's chips, that same chip you can find in their iPhones, their iPads, maybe even their watch, I don't know.
Not the same chip, the same architecture.
There you go. You could be theoretically running Premiere Pro on your iPad. So that's
dope.
It is.
That's dope.
Yeah. Woo! Let everyone switch to Mac now.
That is the future, my friend.
Imagine editing a video on your iWatch.
Di naman siguro. Next question from De Los Reyes, Robert J. Will the Samsung Galaxy M20 be featured in a future episode of Kinet Game? Yes, when we get our own unit for review, we're going to be making our full review, a few comparisons, and of course, an episode of Kinet Game. Because I'm sure the people are curious if the new Exynos 7904, I think that's the chip, can game.
The M20 has 5,000 milliamp hours of battery. Right?
Yeah. So if you guys watched our episode of Connect Game featuring the Zenfone Max Pro M2, it wasn't just a performance test. We focused also on how long it could game. So when we do the episode, we're also gonna definitely focus on that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next question from June Justine Hizol. She asks, sinong pinaka-serious sa buong team? Crickets.
Ko alam, lahat tayo gago eh.
I think though, I don't know about serious but like, who's the most responsible? This guy. Who's the most efficient? AJ. Because you know, she's here early and she's here out early, you know. I don't know about serious though, yeah.
As in, doesn't show emotion or really serious about their job, because we all are.
That's the thing though.
Yeah.
Yeah. When it comes to like work, we're all pretty much serious. Like
Yeah.
it's game time, you know.
If there was somebody who wasn't taking the job seriously, they're not here anymore.
Yeah.
Next question from Lou Jason. Is it still worth it to buy a PS4 Pro in 2019? So I guess there's two ways you could look at this. One, the PS4 is up for refresh.
Yeah.
So we could potentially be seeing the PlayStation 5 or whatever the next generation will be called.
Yeah.
And since it's near, you could wait for that. Or think about it a different way. If you've never owned a PS4 before, and you're only buying one now, I mean, what's the problem?
There isn't one.
Because there's still a whole library of games you can play. It's not like the PS4's games were ever bad. You don't really need to wait.
I think if you're speaking in a general sense, though, you shouldn't. I mean, if there's something you wanted to play on the PS4 and it was only on the PS4, then yeah, what's stopping you? Go get it.
But if Lou Jason wants to take the risk and listen to the rumors, because
Right.
rumors have been going around that the PlayStation 5 will be backwards compatible all the way up to the PS2.
Mm-hmm.
So if you did wait for the PS5 and that was a feature, then theoretically, he would be wasting his money buying a PS4. Instead, he could have saved it up for a PS5.
He could have.
Yeah,
But
so
he can sell his PS4, then get the PS5.
okay, we've come to a conclusion. Yes, it's still worth it to buy a PS4 Pro in 2019 because there are still great games, but if you want to wait for the next generation, it wouldn't hurt either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last question.
From Simon Dumagan. Budget to mid-tier home theater setup. Okay.
How do you define this?
First of all, when you say home theater, do you actually mean a home theater?
So if you have a TV, that means the next step to getting a home theater is audio, right?
Yeah.
And if you weren't looking to spend that much on upgrading your audio, then budget home theater setup would mean getting a soundbar,
Right.
a soundbar kit. So you get the bar and the subwoofer, and
That can cost you from like, there's soundbars and subwoofers from 3K to like 50.
up more than 50. So yeah, there are expensive soundbars, but there are a lot more cheap ones.
But if you're actually talking about home theater,
Yeah, like
theater,
a 5.1 surround or 7.1 surround setup.
I recommend you get an amp from Denon, the 1500 or the AVRX 1500H series, or that is a particular model.
Yeah.
If you have an amp that can handle 7.2 surround sound, then it can surely handle 5.1 as well. But then for the speakers, again, ring-a-ding-a-ding-ding. Hello, is this JBL? That's right, JBL. I mean, why not? Because like, honestly, I've never gotten like a JBL product that was like OLEDs or anything.
This isn't sponsored by JBL.
Yeah, but then like, it's so easy to find JBL products here in the Philippines.
Yeah.
So yeah, in terms of like sound bar plus like a bunch of speakers or just the 5.1 surround system, you can check out the JBL Cinema 510. But if you wanna,
does that include everything?
That includes like a whole system, a 5.1 surround sound system. But then you also have to buy the amp, which is from Denon.
Okay.
Denon. But if you really wanna pimp your home theater, you gotta check out the JBL Studio series. Those are basically individual speakers that you will then, you know, enter your design into your home and then set it up basically.
It's crazy how people think like PC gaming and the whole PC Master Race thing could be an expensive hobby. Have you people seen how much home theater enthusiasts spend? Oh my god. So yes, good luck to you, Sir Simon. It's a very expensive hobby that I think you're getting into. So yeah, spend your money wisely. There are a lot of bang for your buck products out there in any category, even home theater. So whether you're looking to spend 5,000 pesos or 50,000 pesos
to 100 plus thousand
100 plus thousand pesos, there's a place to start.
Yep.
So yeah, check out the recommendations we have. We're gonna have the links in the description down below. Alright, so now it's giveaway time. We're going to be announcing the 10 winners from last episode's giveaway. I'm sorry guys, this episode we don't have a giveaway, but we will try. Next episode, we're gonna try to have another giveaway. So without any further ado, get the laptop, let's announce the winners. So yeah, again, so to remind you, each of our 10 winners will be receiving one of these really cool calendars from NVIDIA that look like graphics cards. Our friends over at Taiwan sent this to us. Thanks, Mary. But the number 1 grand winner will not only be receiving one of these calendars, but also this Transcend 128GB micro SD card for your phone.
And it's silver.
And it's silver.
Look at that. Where have you seen that before? Because I have never seen that before.
Get rid of your boring old black micro SD card and put this in your phone. So our winners are Jonathan Paga,
Crash Bandicoot,
my name is Arsenic,
Aljon Kano.
he's Kano.
Yeah.
Kian,
Lista 26,
Jan Monje,
Brinks Ardenio,
Gilde.
And finally, the winner of both the calendar and the micro SD card,
we have Rameliz21. So his answer reads, if I were a mobile phone, I would be the Meizu C9. People may ask if such phone even exists. Other smartphone brands, especially the big ones, probably don't know who the Meizu C9 is, but the Meizu C9 knows most of them. He admires them for being great and just do his part in the background. Just like me, I guess. I know many people, but they probably don't know me. I just watch them do great things as I silently do my own part in the ecosystem.
What a humble guy!
What a humble guy! So yes, Sir Rameliz, for your humility, you get an NVIDIA calendar and a Transcend 128GB micro SD card. Alright, so congratulations to all the winners. For those who won, if you're watching this right now, please go back to episode 2, our last Ask YugaTech video. We have replied to each of your comments with a link. Click that link and you will be invited to a group chat with us where we will be collecting your contact details and delivery address. So yeah, that's been the episode. If you enjoyed this video, please do drop a like, subscribe to our channel for more content, hit the bell icon so you get notified of future uploads, and be sure to visit yugatech.com for the latest tech news and reviews. This has been Joey
and Miguel.
We'll see you
in the next one.
Whenever.
What? When? Bye-bye.
Peace out.